How happy are you that you've approached this film from having others under your belt? Because you're looking at it from now a new, not just about the story, which I know is what has attracted you, or the issue of the sea life, but also you're talking about, audience engagement, things like that, that most people, that the first time they make a documentary, they're not even thinking about that. So
Yeah, it's indispensable. And we're constantly learning things along the way. Over a year, Christopher and I have been working together over a year now, and if you asked us back then if we would be the filmmakers that we are today, we would have never been able to predict that. And we've learned a lot on this project alone, and then on the other projects that we're doing simultaneously with this project, and then so much from the past as well. It really, adds, it's a snowball effect, and it's indispensable. And also just to keep learning and to keep growing and to keep pushing ourselves as filmmakers is very important, because we have to stay engaged.
Definitely. We talked about Tiny at the beginning of this, and this film couldn't be more different than Tiny. And this is my first time filming overseas, or doing my own project overseas. So that's definitely been a learning experience for me too. And I'd never been to Asia or even Cambodia before. And when we first went, Stephanie's showing me the ropes, and very basic things. This is a tuk-tuk, and this is how you pick a tuk-tuk. So I'm grateful for her for that. But there's a lot of firsts and learning that's been happening on this film too. And it's been great. But I do think, having that baseline of experience without having done that, if this was my first film, it would have been so much harder, just because it's so hard to work in foreign countries. And it's also, really more intimidating, mentally challenging to do that, because you're so far from all of your resources and your home base. You're uncomfortable a lot of times, and you're out in the field, and you're filming knife fights, and you kind of have to have a level head, and things need to be sort of automatic and intuitive. You can't be figuring out how to use your camera in that moment. You just have to know exposure, turn this and that, and have all of the right things on hand, and anticipating what you're going to need, and all of that comes from the experience.
That's a good point. The intuition and the anticipation, it only comes from experience. You could go to film school and you could learn how to use the camera and how to edit and all this stuff, but it's only when you're actually on the field, shooting verite and observational with characters, that you really know, this is what you should be getting, and this is what's going to be indispensable.